The following is a presentation of UFF Sports and the Ultimate Fantasy Sports Network.
Welcome, everybody, to the American Football Legends League. Oh, it's here, folks. It is here. It is the last semifinal game, and that means the winner goes to the Golden Bowl. The road to gold goes through tonight, and then we'll face the GOATs in the final next Monday night. I'm Andy McNamara alongside Jamie Thomas. Jamie, this is the rubber match, the prime time one we've been waiting for. Fury versus Immortals, the two hottest rivals in all of the American Football Legends League.
Yeah, and an epic matchup between these two teams from Week 15. Like we could not take our eyes off the battle between these two teams. They split the regular season series. Now with everything on the line, here we go. Immortals and Fury. Does Fury have a little something, a little bee in their bonnet after Immortals knocked them off 2 weeks before the end of the regular season?
It's going to be very interesting. It's going to be a situation where we saw two teams as we see the first punch of the game in Fury Stadium, beautiful Fury Stadium here. All right, these two clubs that know each other so well, they've been jaw-jacking all season, which has just been tremendous. Phil and versus John and Mooch, of course, going back and forth. Listen, that first game, week 2, Jamie, had, as we see, a gallop to the 40. Brett Favre with the completion there as the Immortals are trying to march. We saw the Fury wipe the floor with the Immortals. Then week 15, we waited all that time. And the Immortals were the ones who came out on top. So really, this is the winner goes to the finals. Absolutely can't wait.
Those types of throws for first downs, it forces the defense to move.
And also, you know, this is another semifinal that features the two of the 4 finalists for the quarterback MVP award, the American Football Legends League, Brett Favre versus Peyton Manning of the Fury, and we'll see who wins the rubber match of this big one. Here's a big play here.
That play really caught the defense off
right
guard.
down that right
I'm not sure
sideline.
what they were expecting there at first down, but it wasn't that.
For a sec there. Batter, I immediately need glasses all of a sudden. Either way. A reminder, folks, hey, if you're hesitant about what play to make for your business, contact Data Science Consultants for an introductory data assessment to develop a roadmap to turn your business's data into usable information.
The away team lines up with one back in the
For you to help
backfield.
with your business, go to datasciencing.com for more. Second and 10.
Zings one. Incomplete.
7-step cut in pocket.
I'm watching the wideout come back and motion that it wasn't on target.
Right
You
there.
can't always
The ball
blame the
in
QB,
hands,
son.
but maybe, Jamie, it was a case where you had Dick LeBeau looking in on him and on Terrell Owens and thinking maybe he just took his eye off the ball for that second.
As great a season as Terrell Owens has had, he was well known for his drop passes, right, too. So, you know, that very well could have been the play. But Terrell Owens, to hands down, I think obviously the greatest season in American Football Legends League history with the amount of touchdowns he put up this year for the Immortals.
And we see Steve Smith who was zipping in that slot handoff there, looking for Gale Sayers and Carson with the stop.
Second and goal.
Jamie, I'm getting a bit of a feedback on, like a bit of an echo.
Okay, let me look at maybe I'm just trying to figure out the audio here a little bit, and
Maybe you got this. Maybe it's on your Twitch.
yeah, oh, that's a good point. I'll see if
Because that sometimes happens to me. Sometimes it's the screen.
I've got my okay, maybe I could turn this off a little bit, and I'll get, you know, another thing too is you're kind of coming through my mic a little bit, so I'll back off on the audio a little bit. That's the fun part about this whole adventure, is just learning as we go in the whole broadcasting world of Twitch.
Out comes the field goal unit.
The one known as the Kansas Comet from Wichita, Kansas. Gale Sayers.
It's up. And it's good. The away team striking first. 3-0. The away team.
More Nanner's not going to miss from there, so it's the road team getting on the board first, and so important for the Immortals to come in this tough place to play and get on the board first, and at least get something out of their first drive of the game.
Rockets this one
What a
deep.
season for both these clubs, especially especially for the Fury, the first
If
chunk
the
of
offense
season,
can
lots of
drive
deep
down the
runs,
field and get
lost
some
a couple
points here,
along the
I'd
way,
expect to
and
see a
the
big
Fury really
momentum
just
shift in the
missing
game.
The
and
home
the
team will begin the drive from the 25.
And the Immortals finished at 12 and 4, so neck and neck the
Dropping
entire
back.
way as the Immortals took that first wild card spot.
He can't bring it in.
Their road to gold, and it's been quite a journey. The Fury with that first round bye, of course.
We got that whole discussion of rest versus rust. I don't think that's going to affect Fury at all. The way they closed out the season, and you know we talked about this before. There's a big sack there from Jones on Peyton Manning as the pass rush from the Immortals getting through there on the blitz. But you know they're just such a good team, and you know they were just wiping the walls with everybody, their opponents. They went and they finally dropped a couple of games to close out the year in their final 5, and I think that really woke them up a little bit as to what had to be done to be successful, especially in the playoffs where everybody's at their peak.
The offense lines up to punt this one away.
Saying that my volume is quiet on the stream.
Number 2 on the punt.
I can still hear an echo, so I don't know if maybe on your screen if the Twitch is up.
Right. Yeah, I don't have you up in that way, so I have the exact same setup as we had last time. So I'm trying to figure out what. Give this a shot.
I'm hearing the delay with you coming through after.
Okay. How do you sound now?
2 seconds after.
Right. Okay.
Sayers. Larry saying best driver in the AFLL with best broadcasting. You got that right, Larry. You got that right. Absolutely. Semi-final. The championship, folks.
The handoff
goes
is
next
taken by
Monday night.
number
It goes next
23,
Monday night,
third
7
down.
p.m. Eastern. It is going to be a fun, event-filled evening. We're going to announce who is going to sing the American and Canadian national anthem. We have a special guest who's going to sing. It's not myself or Jamie. Welcome to that. It is not going to be us. We will announce that just after halftime as well as more details on the MVP.
The away team is set to kick this one away.
Can participate in that, as well as details on King
The punter
of the
on the
Legends
punt.
are going to come into Twitch. That's going to be on June 25th. Fill y'all in
And the punt
on that. Still
sails
3-0
into the
for
end
the
zone.
Immortals. 7:49 to go in this first quarter.
And I mean, nothing causes more controversy, I think, sometimes, and then your national anthem singer. We've seen many times where a national anthem can be ruined or ruin a sporting event or add a lot to it, and there's been a lot of those. I mean, you go back to that lounge singer they had at the CFL game. I think it was in, I can't think, Shreveport, I think, at the time, and he was, I think it was Shreveport. My memory slips me on that one, but I remember TSN having their top 10 gaffes in the. We will not have those types of issues for the championship game. I can assure you of that.
Marshall Falk stopped for a loss by Kevin Green.
Second
I
down.
mentioned it before on the broadcast. Pro wrestler Kevin Green. What a stud athlete he is. The late break.
Steps into the pocket, play action.
Pistol Peyton Manning.
The tight end
Is
on
Marshall
the
Falk
reception.
behind him.
That
Play
brings
action.
up a
Slings it to the
crucial
right side
third down.
complete. And grabbed about 4. And Larry's saying Jamie's loud and clear on the live feed. Andy's quiet by comparison. Game commentary volume still on.
handoff is
Hearing that
taken
over
by
me.
number
Okay.
Commentary is overpowering. So from the feed, Jamie, they're hearing those terrible play-by-play broadcasts.
But we got to give them some credit. They helped us out of a pinch a couple of times here and there. So I just quieted our counterparts at Fury Stadium right now. They can shut up here for a bit because we have this whole effort to figure out what's going on here. Again, I had this exact same setup last week, so I'm trying to figure out why we're running into this issue with this one this time around.
Yeah, I think it's got to be something with like the echo because I'm hearing that delay, like whatever me or you are saying.
Yeah.
Back in my ears, about like 2 seconds later.
And
As Dorsett grabs a couple. And smart play by the Immortals. Just trying to get that bit of room. You have Favre in the pistol. Gale Sayers behind him. Sayers cuts to that left. Carson chops him down and grab 2, 3rd and 8. And this is going to be a case, Jamie. It's always like, do you just try to get the chunk to get some room for your punter? Do you go for the big play and risk being pinned? We're going to find what Brett Favre does right there. He throws it, of course, to the right. And only got a couple. Jordy Nelson being used early. Steve Smith, so the secondary receivers getting a lot more work here early, Jamie, in Jordy Nelson and Steve Smith.
And that's the change of the game plan, right? You're trying to throw something a little interesting, can't always be so predictable in those types of situations, right? So looking into how this works. Bear with me.
There to the 40, 4:09 to go in the opening quarter. We got a great one here. Our terrific sponsor, Data Sciencing, our friends at Fan-Centric Frenzy all season long. What a year it has been, all the way since February, since Pro Bowl weekend. And we have kept continuous football going right here on UFF Sports, and it's going to keep rolling, folks, with the Ultimate College Fantasy Football League. That player draft, if we can believe it, is going to be July 16th. Long
bomb and touchdown! Whoa!
Marvin Harrison with a little jump, skip, and heel click as the Fury get on the board. An absolute just bomb from Peyton Manning, who lit that up. Unbelievable passing catch. I shouldn't say unbelievable. He's thrown like 300 touchdowns.
Everything he does now is kind of like automatic.
You can score a touchdown. Exactly. And you can score a touchdown for your business with an introductory data assessment from Data Sciencing Consultants. Check out their website, datasciencing.com. Our buddy there, Peter, 7-3 for the Fury. And good on the Immortals. They were keeping the Fury in check defensively, but one play, and that combo, just like it was in real life during their playing days, Manning to Harrison works again.
It's the old standby play. If you can't find somebody open,
Larry's
just
saying that there's no. Oh yeah, go to your guy.
What's Larry's latest?
Hey, you go to your guy. Larry's saying there's no delay on the Twitch feed, so that's good. It's real time, so we're synced up. As Sayers grabs two, puts his shoulder down. But says my mic's about a quarter volume of yours, Jamie. So yours is crisp. So no delay on me, but I can hear that echo, and apparently I'm quiet.
Okay, let's work on our way through this and see if you might have to do a lot of talking while I tinker here and ask some questions.
That's all right. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Turn that volume up, people. Turn it on up. Warren Sapp had the Sapp. Now I can hear myself much louder in my ear, which, although I do love to hear myself speak, it is a bit annoying. John Lynch at the 20.
Hold on a second.
Oh, we have Mari Maria saying, I hear Andy now. Hooray! But now I can also hear myself. I get double me.
You got the feedback kind of situation going on?
Yeah, like as soon as I say it, like a second later, I hear exactly what I said.
Okay. That is.
But they're saying they can hear better. Yeah.
Yeah, well.
You got to love technology, people.
It's important that they hear you. That's the most important part. You're the one directing and driving people through this incredible matchup between two top teams, two of the best teams in the American Football Legends League, while the science guy or the audio guy tries to work his way through this.
Randy Moss, incomplete.
I think our audio guy took the break a little earlier than normal, and we'll have to talk to him a little bit later.
He's going to be, he'll be replaced. Actually, he's a union guy. He's a union guy, Jim. We can't replace him.
Well, depends on the location, right? Depends on the state.
True.
So
that is true.
Everybody has their different union situations. If this is New York, we'd be in big trouble.
Very, absolutely. Rick Rock 369 saying, sounds fine here. Excellent. So the only person who's being annoyed by the volume is myself. Hearing double Andy. Marshall Falk with a first down moves the chains.
Okay, I'm going to restore some of the crowd noise because we need some ambiance here.
And Crypto Klein says I can hear Andy just fine as well, so that's good. Manning dropping back, and it is complete. Torrey Holt, and just a catch and it goes down.
You should be used to your voice by now, so I don't understand why you're so annoyed with yourself.
Because it's so loud coming like back a second later.
Yeah.
Hey, Commissioner Max in the house subscribed at tier 1. There you go. 2-month streak for Commissioner Max as a subscriber to the Twitch channel here at Ultimate Fantasy Sports. Thank you, Max. Anybody else? Hey, man, subscribe. If you have Prime Video, it's free to do so. You can click, you can follow. You can throw some bits in there and look at Torrey Holt speeding, sprinting to the 30, steps out to 27. Torrey Holt, those secondary targets is a situation now, Jamie, again, where we're seeing it. Okay, you're taking away Moss. Now they're trying to take away Harrison, is the Immortals, and we saw it on the other side. So it might come down to who's that secondary target that can help win this game and advance one of these clubs to the Golden Bowl next Monday night.
Yeah, it's hard to believe that we're closing in on that one. I'm impressed with how Fury has contained Terrell Owens and Jerry Rice so far in this football game. Clearly, two of the best receivers in the league. Marshall Faulk takes a heck of a hit.
Oh boy!
But gets a couple yards out of the deal. And one thing with Fury, and well, with pretty much the top teams, there's just so many weapons, and it's hard to decide where you stop what and what you try to take away.
Hands off to Falk, and he'll be brought down behind scrimmage. Kevin Green again, and moving over from left to right. Green is just roving, and really seems like he's been put on as a spy to Marshall Falk. He is tracking him all day. Look at that flow by Kevin Green.
Oh, glorious hair.
Oh.
This is a pressure drive for the offense.
And it is a 50-yarder. No good. Whoa, 39-yarder. No good. No good by Adam Vinatieri. Wow.
That's something you do not see every day, especially in a semifinal game, and that's bodes well for the Immortals.
It sure does. Great opportunity for Phil and the Immortals right here. Andrea saying, holla. Holla back at you. Holla, holla, holla. Holla.
Ronnie Lott with the play there. And
here's Ron. He's up for one of the defensive MVP options.
Most terrifying defender, is that what we're going to get at?
Oof.
He has that steel jaw, man. He would not have been a fun player to go up against.
No. Oh, no. And the defensive MVPs, which folks you can vote on if you're a fan, if you're an owner, it's in our Telegram chat. If you are a fan, you can go to Twitter. You can go to @the AFLL, and that's where you can search out and find defensive MVP options, receiver, running back, and quarterback, and vote on all of them. And the winning vote from the social media one, Jamie, that's going to count as 2 votes towards the total MVP votes. As Lynch gets the reception there, just a diving shoulder tackle at 20.
Unlike most professional leagues, we care about our fans. We give them more of a say in this whole scheme of things. And other leagues pretend that they care about their fans.
That's right.
We truly do. Giving you 2
Absolutely.
votes.
2 votes. Manning, play action out of the shotgun. Lots of time. No pressure coming. Going double coverage, and it's caught. It is caught. Peyton Manning.
Let's see what they do on first down.
My goodness. See, I can now hear the other commentators and myself.
So I try to bring the commentators in a little bit because I wanted some ambiance, because there's nothing worse than sounding like you're calling the game from the basement, even though I am calling the game from the basement. So maybe, would you like me to eliminate the game
I'm just
audio?
thinking if I have to hear myself and another guy, I'm going to think I have voices in my head.
Okay, fine.
Which I get to that point sometimes.
Yeah, well, you have kids. We all talk to ourselves once you have kids.
That's right. Over the middle, triple coverage, incomplete. And Peyton Manning very lucky that he got away.
Is Esposito resting his voice? Because he used it a lot during the regular season, so I could see why.
Esposito, I have got confirmation via text message that Dan Esposito is planning to return to call the final with me. So he's I guess he's holding out for the prime time. He wants to. He's an ex-player. He's a prima donna.
Yeah.
He wants the bright lights. I get it.
Yeah, I don't call any game except for the championship game. We get it, Espo. We get it.
We get it. We get it. 10:33 to go in the second quarter. 7-3 lead us by the Fury.
Just
second and 1.
The Immortals defense here right now, and
bit by bit. And again, Jamie, these are division rivals. They know each other so well. It's the hottest rivalry in the entire league, and we see the winner gets to go to the championship. Triplets on that left side. Hand to Falk did not fool Chuck Bednarik, who would take him down for a loss of 2, 3rd and 4.
Just nowhere to go for Marshall Falk there.
No. Nowhere to go. You got Falk and Larry Zonka on the left and right hand. Going end zone. Deep backhand. Incomplete. Nice break up there by Mel Renfro, the 10-time Pro Bowler and Hall of Famer.
Of course, the winner of this game will play the Goats in the championship game a week from
That's
tonight.
Right. Yep. It'll either be seed 2, which the Goats are, versus seed 5, which is the Immortals, or 1 versus 2, which, of course, the Fury are. And they would play that game if the Fury win right here back at Fury Stadium.
Such a beautiful complex, too. And the owners spared no expense building this one.
Got the cacti in the back.
My
Just
sources tell me
beautiful.
it's real cacti as well.
Oh boy. Well, why not? Why not? Under 10 to go.
It's like Jurassic
in that
Park,
second
spared
quarter.
no expense.
Ooh. You know what? I haven't seen any of the Jurassic. Actually, maybe I saw a bit of the Jurassic World one, the new one, like on a plane with Chris Pratt. But otherwise, I haven't really seen any. Is it pretty much just Jurassic Park again, but just better graphics?
It's just people dying in different ways. But yeah, but when you think
Same
about
idea.
the original Jurassic Park, it was just
So
I mean,
good.
I remember it was '93 because the Bulls had just won the title because of John Paxton's shot in Game 6 against the Phoenix Suns. So I mean, I'm a little bit older than you are, so that I think I was 22 at the time. So it was the special effects were something else. But now it's like,
Oh, they're so good.
yeah, like now it's insane. But I mean, they keep making money off it. But apparently this is the last one. with
So they
Chris Pratt.
say.
Yeah.
John Randall with the sack, or with the tackle for loss front, came right back, and now it'll be a punt being forced, I believe. Yes, 4th and 7 by Shane Leckler. Thanks, everybody, jumping in the chat. Say hello, give us a follow, give us a subscribe. Get some bits, throw in some cheers. Craig Ballard in the house, our baseball man. There's some great watch-alongs with Craig right here on the Twitch channel. Craig saying, is this Fury the same ownership as Northern Fury in UFLB? You know what?
I never know
I
what
know
they're doing
Mooch has
back
a
there, our
baseball.
owners.
I know Mooch has a baseball team, but to be honest, I don't know what it's called. It could be.
It's almost too obvious to have teams named like that, so I don't think it's
Oh,
the same.
Larry says no. See, Larry knows. Larry knows.
We need to have like a Twitch show, just Ask Larry.
Hashtag Ask Larry.
Yeah.
I have my fantasy football hashtag Ask Andy. We'll have a Ask Larry. Or we'll call it hashtag Hey Larry. Get your questions in.
But it has
Three
to do with
receiver
the
set.
platform and hockey. of
Absolutely.
course.
Oh, the sack coming from that left side. Junior Seau bulldozing through. And he just got right by Jim Ringo. You had Derek Thomas hold up. Oh, no, sorry. You had Mean Joe Green hold up. And Seau came through as there was a wide open lane. And Seau again in that backfield. Hunting.
Already 5 tackles here in this football game.
Wow. Junior Seau. Okay, now we got a 5 receiver set, empty backfield. Manning under center. Drop back. Double. And it's a fumble recovery. It's recovered by the Immortals. Howley got it. Howley recovers. I don't believe it.
They did not have enough guys in the offensive line to pick up everybody coming on the blitz.
Full scale blitzkrieg right there. And we're going end zone, and it is incomplete. Ooh. Shannon Sharp was looking, and a hand of Jack Lambert got in the way. And there's John Randall. We see the numbers here. What a force he can be. Favre under center, hands it to Sayers. Sayers pushes and was really caught up in it, his own man, Tom Mack, on that left guard spot. 3rd and 9. And you see Sayers, really working the rush and mixing it in. 2 wideouts on the left. Rice was wide, going end zone, intercepted! Intercepted, another turnover. John Lynch. Lynch with the INT gets the ball back for the Fury, and they move it out to the 20.
Classic Brett Favre trying to fit the ball where it can't go sometimes.
Fearless. Oh, and look at Falk. Made a man miss to the 10 to the picked up 11 yards, shook off the tackle of Mean Joe Green. Not too many people can shake off with the shoulders. Mean Joe Green. Marshall Falk did just that. The Hall of Famer and Super Bowl champ. Going to 3 receiver. Going back to Falk. Another dip. A double dip.
I don't know.
There's a
I
flag.
don't know how Manning got that ball away. He had somebody in his face the second the ball was snapped to him.
And Kevin Green called for the penalty. So you got Mean Joe Green and Kevin Green. Couple of Hall of Famers right there. Marshall Falk has his dancing shoes on today, man. Nice little slippy soft shoe. 2nd and 5 after the pickup. At the 49. Now, Jamie, after this broadcast, immediately following the conclusion of this ball game, tell us what we got.
Okay, so You know, you go through your Twitter feed every once in a while, you're just trying to see who's following you. And Eric Eager from Pro Football Focus, one of my favorite websites for football information. He is a wizard with the numbers. He is a co-host of the PFF Forecast podcast that comes out Wednesdays and Sundays. So he'll be our guest after the game is over. And we talk about a bunch of stuff. Like, he even watches and bets on the, puts up the odds for the Canadian Football League. He's very interested in the spring leagues, the USFL and the XFL, which is coming next year. We also talk about the debate with Tua and Patrick Mahomes that Tyreek Hill started.
That's just a lie. That's a lie.
Listen. I've followed the Dolphins for a very long time and been a fan of theirs since like '84 when I got on the Marino bandwagon, and I know what a better quarterback is, and it's just silly. And I'm happy.
You'd love if it was true.
Trying to get that confidence going for his quarterback, but it's just, and the Dolphins fans that are sticking up for it are insane. But we all know
at least make it a little more realistic.
Yeah.
Right.
And
it's
I know that his completion percentage, his accuracy is great, but the chances that they did not push downfield at all since Tua's taken over a quarter. And
it is good. 55-yarder is good, Jamie. Fury ups their lead 13-3, 10-point up now on the Immortals.
Yeah, Adam Vinatieri is not going to miss twice in a championship game. So bear with me. I accidentally hit pause while that game was going on.
Well, there we go. We got we have some names for Larry's future show. Apparently, Larry, you will have a show. Hashtag Larry's Lowdown. Ooh, that's not bad. Or also a suggestion, hashtag Lay It On The Line Larry. That could be like Larry's bets.
Oh, yes.
Right? Larry's lines.
Yeah.
Although I guess that could be drugs too. Lay it on the line, Larry's
Oh, yeah,
bet.
totally. We got to be careful in that one.
Lay it on the line, yeah. That's better.
We want to get more eyes on this, but in a normal way.
It might.
Yeah.
Larry then also say, love that INT from Lynch, one of my favorite players back in my high school safety days. Oh, Larry, you were a safety. I was a wideout. I was lean and mean, baby. Quick. Craig Ballard saying, yikes, every syllable Jamie just uttered about Tua was completely false.
What did you just say? What's he talking about?
Oh, Tyreek Hill, man. You love to see the support, but man, just a little realism. Maybe he can be like he's a better cook than Patrick Mahomes. I could believe that, perhaps.
Maybe he's more
Shannon
accurate
Sharp.
on a 1 quarter
a dartboard.
basis. Yeah.
But
it's, and Eric goes into it, so he goes into how ridiculous
that's
it is.
coming up at the end of the show. Yeah, that's coming up end of the show. So stay tuned for that with Eric Eager and Pro Football Focus. Just short of that first down line, 1 yard short, 2nd and 1 at the 31. Andy McNamara alongside Jamie Thomas. Get us on Twitter, folks, at AndyMC81, at Jamie Thomas TV, the league at the AFLL, and at UFF Sports. Oh, what a blow up! Oh, Derek Thomas untouched, a free runner right to Brett Favre, and he's lucky there's no injuries on. That was right underneath the chin.
Feel free to block somebody.
Man, he beat Ralph Neely, the right guard. Just straight up beat him. Zings it to the left, Steve Smith. Just chipping away a little bit here. Chipping away. Timeout called by the Immortals. 44 seconds left in the first half. Brett Favre, 10 for 16. No touchdowns. 1 interception. Very interesting. Going for a long field goal here by Morton Anderson. It's up. Looks centered, and it is good. 53 yards for Morton Anderson. 13-6.
Special teams, the story here in this first half of this football game. In the second semifinal, the Goats waiting patiently to see who wins this one.
That's right. That'll be for the first Golden Bowl. The road to gold will be decided tonight. Where does that road end up? Where do we go? Next Monday night, 7 p.m. Eastern. Going to be a lot of fun as we go all the way through this season. And low-scoring game. And, I'm not necessarily surprised because these two teams know each other so well. And what an over-the-shoulder catch. Just sensational there.
Yeah, there's no surprises whatsoever on whatever any team throws out here.
No. Moving it to that right side, we got the split set. And, nearly picked off. Eugene Robinson had his ball hawk hat on there. 32 seconds left. 2 timeouts left for each team. 3 receiver tight bunch on that wide right. Manning waiting, slide to that right, and it's out of play. Got pressured. He had Mean Joe Green coming at him. 4-time Super Bowl champ, 2-time Defensive Player of the Year. And there's Peyton Manning.
Oh,
Out of
how
the
did he get away?
shotgun.
How did he get away?
Wow, twice, and he got back to scrimmage. Marshall Faulk, Eugene Robinson with the tackle got down for no gain, 4th and 10. But Marshall Faulk, he's got, I don't know, some Teflon on him today, James.
It's like having, yeah, exactly, a little bit of Vaseline on the shoulder pads.
Boy, Ray Guy, of course, the Hall of Famer, with the punt in the back and 6 seconds left. What did the Immortals do with this?
You know, Favre's pushing
In this
it
quick
downfield.
pace.
He's pushing it.
He's
downfield.
got it. He's got it. Favre is a gunslinger, so's Phil, the play caller. He's telling Favre to go for it. He's telling him to go for it. Goes to that right, incomplete. 3 seconds left. Okay.
It's a perfect marriage between Phil and Brett Favre.
It's wonderful.
Gunslingers.
Oh, and what great seasons by both of these franchises. Just at supporting the league, pumping it up, and just doing a great job entertainment-wise too. Favre, lots of time. Little short one right over the middle. Just trying to end it up before the half ends. Maybe a little stat pad right there. But it is 13-6 at the half for the Immortals. And Jamie, still very much anybody's game right now.
Did you want to make your announcement now at the half? Do you want me to pause this while we wait?
Nah, keep it going.
Yeah.
Keep it going.
We got a big announcement coming up.
We're gonna kick it off. I'm gonna announce it. I'm gonna announce it right now.
All right.
I'm gonna make sure. Actually, but first, before I announce it, folks, if you're hesitant about what play to make for your business, contact Data Science and Consultants for an introductory data assessment to develop a roadmap to turn your business's data into usable information, track relevant KPIs and metrics, to effortlessly view the health of your business. Go to datasciencing.com for more. We see Gale Sayers pick up 3 on the ground. We're back to the action right here. And so what we're looking at, I just want to make sure I got all the right info in front of me here, because this is a pretty big deal, folks. And what it is for the AFLL Championship, the Golden Bowl broadcast, we are having, okay, award-winning Canadian country band, the Prairie State singer Matt Cardinal is going to be singing the American and Canadian national anthems. How about that? We got some star power, baby.
Just happened. That just happened.
There you go. We don't mess around. Award-winning. These guys are lighting it up on the country scene. It's huge. And we have Matt Cardinal of the Prairie States. He is going to be singing the American and U.S. national anthem at the start of the AFLL championship game this Monday, the Golden Bowl. How about that?
Also, Eric,
pretty cool.
Ed Holmes going to join us in the pregame show beforehand. Quick interview about the upcoming, not upcoming, the NFL draft in 2023 and his favorite quarterbacks outside of Stroud, and so we'll have that for you in the pregame show before the big game.
That'll be great. And Ed Holmes is such a gem. His knowledge is fantastic.
Yeah. Rick Rock 369 says halftime adjustments should be interesting to set up for a great finish. How about Larry?
I think so.
Larry, I took over the over at 75 total points combined score tonight.
Oh boy.
Let's go.
Ooh.
Sorry, Larry, I don't know about that right now.
That's going to be tight, and we see that punt. Perfect play. Is that pinned?
Oh my gosh, right on the 3-yard line.
Wow. Well done. It's not too often you get excited about a punter, but Shane Leckler did just that. Larry saying, wow, big announcement, big fan of the Prairie States. Yeah. And Rick Rock saying, great news, guys. That will be cool. Absolutely, it will. Going to be a lot
the producer
of fun.
Of the big game pretty well. He would like to know if the national anthem is going to be recorded or live.
It's going to be recorded and played.
Oh, excellent. Thank you.
Yes.
I'll let the
I figured that would be easier.
And sound guy know.
Yeah. So we got that. Marshall Faulk, look right there. Jamie, is there a way to get the pause off of like the line if you take the mouse off?
I'll just get it off the screen. How about that?
Just for a little cleaner look. There we go.
Yeah.
Chuck Bednarik with the tackle for loss. And and look at this defensive line, I should say, for the Immortals. Mean Joe Green, David Deacon Jones, Junius Buchanan, Leo Nomalini, and a big punt going back. And this is turning into a defensive battle, a chess match, really, as these two teams know each other so well.
Are we going to announce the starting lineups for the offense and defense for the big game, or?
I think so. I think we'll have, we'll have it. I can't make the video game characters run out of a tunnel, but we can at least do a full lineup announcement. Absolutely.
Some
13 to 6.
Some photoshopping going on.
There you go. Didn't these franchises go over 150 combined in their last barn burner? 75 seemed like a safe. Hey, that's right, Larry. That's what you never know. And complete right over the middle, just shy of the 40. Beautiful pitch and catch right over the center. And look at Jerry Rice, the team captain of this club. One of the MVP candidates, led the league in receiving yards. Incomplete on that right side. Double team yet. Dick LeBeau and Harry Carson coming over.
I'm looking at the final score here back in week 15. It was...
The first one was like 105.
Yeah, 96-89 was the score in week 15.
Yeah.
I'm going back in my schedule here.
Ah, Larry said he can hear Phil's teeth grinding from here. Absolutely. Oh, boy. Out of the pistol, Sayers behind Favre. Hands to Sayers, and Sayers earned every inch of those 3 yards. 4th and 3, though. And they're getting those little chunks, Jamie, but that Fury defense just suffocating them to a certain degree. They're going to try to get the field goal here with Morton Anderson.
And 102.50 was the score in week number 2.
It's good, 51-yarder.
Beautiful. Lots of long kicks here. The kickers bring in their A game to this semifinal number 2.
Mooch over there tightening the chin strap. Yeah, hey, 13-9 now. And that's what I love with these two teams. I think last time we saw it was, they came down to like the last play or very close. That was just awesome. Or maybe that was Fury and I think Anvils maybe. That was a really good one too. Lots of great action this whole season. These dream matchups, these what-ifs, entering this year not knowing what are we going to see. How do these great clubs, these great players all in their prime, how are they going to interact? We've been seeing it all year. And the new edition of Access Football is going to be coming out in August. We're going to be showcasing that. Actually, folks, too, if you go to the American Football Legends League YouTube page or the Twitter at the AFLL, you'll hear my conversation with Bob Lung, founder of the Fantasy Football Expo, which UFF Sports will be attending this August in beautiful Canton, Ohio, right close to the Pro Football Hall of Fame, August 12 to 14. Talk about that event. And we're going to showcase, actually, the new Access Football Edition, the 2023 version, right there. So that's going to be really cool.
There's of course, what hotel are we staying at again? Is that?
I'm not telling the people. I want to go in peace, Jamie.
That's a good point.
Come on now. I don't want to be bothered by autographs the whole time.
Yeah. Absolutely not. We want some privacy.
No. Absolutely. There's lots of great facilities in Canton, and everything's so close by. We were there in August. Oh, look at that tackle. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's so ridiculous.
I'm glad half these guys are. I'm sorry, not glad. I'm just surprised half these people are alive from the hits that I've seen so far this year. There's another big one.
There's another. Yeah, you're right. Sayers, nice cut. We're seeing that running game where Sayers was being stuffed up early.
Mm-hmm.
We're seeing more push now, maybe wearing down that defensive line of Derek Thomas, Warren Sapp, John Randall, and Bruce Smith of the Fury. Out of the pistol again, give himself a little bit more time. Offset and clicks to that right end. 13-9. Rick Rock saying, "Let's go." This is a great. You know what? We've seen really everything from these teams. We've seen a blowout. We've seen a high-scoring close game, and now we're seeing a close, low-scoring game. And incomplete. Steve Smith went to move.
Here's another thing I did not see at all. These two teams playing a tight defensive battle, the way they've been putting up the points in their previous two meetings.
No, and that's a part that has been overlooked from these two franchises. The play action goes that left, and it is complete to, I believe that's Jordy Nelson. The screen's a little blurry for me, so I can't quite pick out the names necessarily. Now out of the I formation. You got Tony Dorsett as the lead block going behind. Sayers makes a man miss. First down. Move those chains, Raz. Move them.
Beautiful
Dorsett.
Cutback from Sayers.
Pull. Dorsett set that first block and that cut, and we saw Marshall Falk get real slippery, and Sayers going. These running backs taking the teams on their back. Intercepted, though. Oh, it goes for naught. Intercepted by Mike Singletary. The Hall of Famer and former NFL coach Mike Singletary with the INT. Has to be frustrating, Jamie, for Gale Sayers, and it goes right back into the hands of the Fury and Peyton Manning.
Yeah, that's
pitch out to Falk.
I don't know what Favre was doing there. He obviously someone either ran a wrong route or didn't look back in time, but that pass goes right into the hands of the defender.
That is tough. And we see out of the shotgun, there's Manning. And into on that left side, and 3rd and inches. 3rd and inches.
And we've seen Brett Favre mail his team in a couple of times in the championship games in his NFL career.
Well,
hopefully that's not the case here this afternoon or this evening.
Nope. Marshall Faulk, did he get across? I think he did. Yes, he did. Just got enough.
Especially the way the Fury have been putting up the points this year. You just can't keep giving them free play, just the ball back in a tight football game like this.
No, you're right. Falk denied. Chuck Bednarik has had a sneaky good game here today, Jamie.
Yeah.
Well, he just met him right there.
He's doing the fist pump there. The defense needs to come up big for their offense here.
Yep, off that turnover. If you can hold the Fury to no points off of this, that's huge. Marshall Faulk, though, has something to say with it. Then he grabs back that loss and then some. Now 3rd and 2, ball at the 41. And they are in to Immortals territory. Got that wide 6 by Immortals defense front line. Oh, Manning!
How does Manning sidestep the rush? My gosh. Nimble feet that we have not seen from Peyton Manning ever in his NFL career.
Boy. He was doing those ankle rolls before the game, Jamie. Yeah. He was getting loose.
That's true.
Wow. And look at that. Chuck Bednarik said, "You're not getting away." That was just a straight-up spear. 2nd and 14. Message sent. Got Falk in the backfield, spread formation. Whoa! And Falk, Manning's lucky because Deacon Jones was right there. Manning just kind of hot potatoed it, Jamie, to, Marshall, you take it.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't want to get hit this time.
Deacon Jones, 8-time Pro Bowler, Hall of Famer, was on the all 1960s team. Over the middle, and it is complete. Marshall Faulk slid right across. Nice and simple. Let that defensive line come in. Little bubble screen, and it's complete. But it is still 4th and 11, and Adam Vinatieri is going to try a long field goal. Probably, 50-ish. It's up.
Yes.
Back. Come on. And good. There you go. 50-yarder. Count it.
Yeah, the defense, the offense, like Brett Favre owes his defense dinner tonight after this football game. After that, like they hold true after a terrible pass. So full credit to the Immortals defense.
And 16-9, like we are right in this ball game with just $1:25 to go in the 3rd. Literally, Jamie, one touchdown by the Immortals changes the complex of this whole game.
Yeah, and it's just a confident group, right? And how many times have we seen Brett Favre overcome a huge interception?
My gosh, yeah.
Hundreds of times.
He has a lot of time here, and he's going for it. Yeah. Deep, back, and caught! Fearless, no memory. Brett Favre didn't care, but a great read because you had 3 receivers going, and John Lynch was caught all alone in that secondary. Somebody missed an assignment, and Favre moving the ball quickly, now at the 30. Wide open receiver. There goes Sayers, and Gale Sayers into the 7-yard line out of that backfield. Immortals feeling it, Favre working quickly. 38 seconds to go, clock running in that 3rd. Make it 23 seconds now. Out of the pistol, hands to Sayers, left side, cuts, and he got 2, 2nd and goal.
This is a total FU from Brett Favre right now, this drive.
Oh, it totally is. You're right. 68 yards. Receiving 62 rushing from Gale Sayers. What a night so far. Still lots to come. Sayers, whoa! And a triple tackle. Ronnie Lott saying, "Hey, I might have missed the last assignment. I got you this time, big boy." End of the 3rd, 16-9, folks. 16. Listen, if you're watching this, don't miss this finish. Share the link. Click on that link. Share. Tell your friends. Put it in Telegram, Twitter, Facebook, wherever. Tell people, watch this finish. The winner completes the road to gold and will play the GOATs for the championship. Incomplete. Back of the end zone. 4th down. Oh, boy. I guess if you're, what do you do? Or okay, you're taking the points. I think that's smart. Low scoring
game. You
game.
gotta take the points right here.
Taking the points. Yep. Morton Anderson, chip shot, good. Count it, 24-yarder. Oh, 4-point game
there
Jamie.
from Morton Anderson after he kicks that field goal.
Yeah, it's 24 yards, Mort. Let's settle down. Let's relax.
Let's dial it back a little bit there, Mort.
Chill. And remember, folks, at the end of this ball game, Jamie Thomas's chat with Eric Eager from Pro Football Focus. Don't miss that. Don't go anywhere there.
Yeah, the best part about, I remember, I don't know about you, Andy, but in high school, I used to yell at my math teacher, like, "What? When am I ever going to use this in real life?" And Eric Eager is that guy. He's the mathematician that has made a big career so far in football. So he's that guy that will show you that you should pay attention to math in high school.
It can help with sports. Sure. Torrey Holt, 3-yard gain there. Now out of the pistol. There's Peyton again. Offensive line holding.
How
taking a
did he
lot
get
of
that?
time. 1-on-1, and he got it. And he shook him off. And he's sprinting Marvin Harrison to the 20, 10, 5, touchdown. It will not be caught. Marvin Harrison. And just like that, the Fury strike and put up a major, another touchdown. And Marvin Harrison capitalizes. Two-play drive, 75 yards. Wow.
That's a total kick in the junk. Wow. That is a huge kick in the junk. You're Immortals. You play it safe. You go for the points, as we said, and then the Fury comes right back on a missed tackle. And Marvin Harrison, as he's done so many times over his football career, comes up huge on a great pass from Peyton Manning.
And he beat Charles Woodson. That is no small feat. You just broke some ankles, and there you go. 23-12, folks. 23-12. Okay. What do you got now, Immortals? This season rivalry, the hottest rivalry in the league, the jaw jacket to split the rubber match, and why not? Winner goes to the championship game this Monday, where we'll have Matt Cardinal of the Prairie States, award-winning Canadian country music band, singing the national anthem. Cannot wait for that. It's going to be a lot of fun there. Also, folks, we're going to have King of the Legends tournament, our esports tournament, prize money, playing as the actual players, not coaching in this one. Wide open. Sideline. Ooh, incomplete. Just incomplete. That was really close. And that's going to be on June 25th on the Saturday. So coming this week will be your chance to sign up and see. It'll be sort of a fastest finger thing to get in. Lots of details coming. Make sure you're following along on Twitter at UFF Sports, at the AFLL, at AndyMC81, at Jamie Thomas TV, Facebook, Instagram, all that. We'll post it everywhere. Telegram chats too. You can participate and see 16-team tournament, 1-game elimination. The winner becomes the King of the Legends, where you win some sweet, sweet cash.
Is
that a fit? That's a 5-tackle message.
He's so dead.
They killed John Lynch. Yep. John Lynch is. Listen, if injuries were on, Jamie, they would just have like the helicopter, like the sheet pulled over.
Or the Madden ambulance.
It'd be it. Oh, my.
The Madden ambulance used to come out and knock players over as it got to the
Oh, jeez, right. They should bring that back. That was fun.
We'll talk
Marshall
to
Falk here. Yeah, right. Bring the ambulance out. Oh, boy.
I'm sure that Madden probably has that trademark, so you probably want to get like the injury cart guy, the injury cart to come out.
To have to come.
With Marshawn Lynch driving it.
With with some Skittles.
Yeah.
Have the Skittles going there. Oh, man. All right. There's Manning. Just a little to the side. Nothing fancy. Steve Smith. Oh, he stepped out of bounds, Jimmy. He would have had another 15 yards if he was able to tiptoe on that line. So now 4th and 3, and that is a key slip up by Steve Smith, because now you have to punt. Ray Guy has to punt it away, and we'll see on this return. And Robinson at the 20, 11:27 left in the 4th. Lots of time. Haven't heard too much from Shannon Sharp or even Terrell Owens.
No.
Both
Jerry Rice,
members.
Nothing.
No, both members of Immortals up for top receiver MVP honors, which you can vote at on social media. I'm going to pull those up right now. Make sure I get that. There we go. So the receiver MVP nominees, where you can vote as a fan, As Favre to the right, complete. There's Shannon Sharpe. He's saying, hey, look at me. Moves the chain, first down, gets 12. Give it to him. 33 is where the ball is set now on that right hash. Jerry Rice, league leader in receiving yards. Jason Witten of the Goats. Terrell Owens, leader in touchdowns for the Immortals and the league, as Gale Sayers gored by Mike Singletary. Jackie Smith of the Fan-Centric Frenzy and Randy Moss of the Fury. That's who you can vote on Twitter at the AFLL. Ooh, that is a Warren Sapp just engulfed him. That was a meal. Boy. First sack of the day for Warren Sapp. What a season he's had. Favre now out of the pistol. Sayers goes on the move. And incomplete. Great job there by Dick LeBeau. Longtime NFL coach and Hall of Famer, played with the Lions 1959 to 72. Got that hand in. And now, well, fourth down, Jamie. They're going to have to punt. 15 now to the 20, and the 22 is where this drive will start. 23-12, 9:18 left. Let's see what this Immortals defense has in him. If you get a stop here, that would be absolutely huge. Empty backfield, 5 receivers, pressure coming, and it is caught. It is caught. Johnson, Chris Johnson with the catch. Wow. Using that third running back
open
out of nowhere. Manning wide open. It is caught by Falk. 11 yards. Now the ball to 45, and it just seems Jamie the Fury starting to pick apart bit by bit. Manning becoming surgical here.
Again.
Going empty backfield again. Now out of the shotgun. 5 receivers went one-on-one, and he beat Renfro. He just straight up beat Renfro. Randy Moss with the haul. 389 yards so far for Peyton Manning. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. Moss the lone wideout on that left side, and Manning going deep into triple coverage. Incomplete, and he's lucky that's all it was. Ball at the Immortals 38. Spread formation, and Falk spun around. He nearly got 3. He picked up 3 on that one. Marshall Falk having a heck of a game on the ground.
Yeah, 3rd and 7 though here. A long 3rd and 7 for Peyton Manning.
But we've seen Jamie twice now. Him to Marvin Harrison, snap of the fingers, and you're looking at the end zone. Marshall Falk went for the handoff. Interesting. Junior Seau, who had a hot first quarter, coming back and pinning Falk to the ground.
11 tackles for him. Just a very, very interesting play call there on 3rd down.
Going for the field goal. Vinatieri. Long field goal. It's back, and it is good. It is good. 55-yarder. All right. 26-12. So that means, Jamie, if my math is correct, 2 touchdowns with just single-point conversions is what the Immortals need here.
And your math is impeccable. So
yes,
I'm not even going to question it. I'm not going to do any calculations.
Excellent. I didn't even use my fingers down there. Larry saying still within 2 scores, but I've given up on the over. Yeah, Larry, you're going to have to take the loss on that skill picks there, brother. Sorry
about your mortgage, Larry. Sorry about that, buddy.
Oh, Ronnie Lott sprinting in from that secondary. I love when you get the safeties as the free runners. Oh, we got quite hashtag Ask Andy. What's your favorite snack? Excellent question. That is a great question. Gale Sayers wraps up through. Ooh, a flag though on Singletary. Face mask. Costly here.
Singletary, come on.
Ooh, and he had that interception earlier. That'll move the chains nicely for the Immortals. If I'm thinking snacks, I got a couple. Depends on my mood. I love dark chocolate, only dark chocolate, preferably from a place in Whitby called Willings, but I will make do elsewhere. Dark chocolate. And I like it.
Think about that. That's the best part.
and if I can have it, I'm usually a bourbon guy, but I like red wine with some dark chocolate. That's the ultimate. But if I'm not feeling chocolatey, then I will go. It's called a sweet and salty popcorn. It's from Costco. It's like a partial purple bag.
Right.
Oh man, that is the stuff right there. I forget the name of it. but sweet and salty something. So good.
That's not the cheddar cheese slash
No,
caramel
no.
thing. Okay. Oh, that's the Chicago mix. Never mind.
That Chicago mix, which I do like, although I'm just like, when I'm eating that, Jamie, I'm like, why don't I just get caramel? That's all I want.
Yeah.
I don't really want the cheese.
I feel like the cheese is a little bit of overkill.
Like, I don't mind, but, What about you guys? What's your favorite snack? Favorite sports snack? What about you, Jamie?
Buddy, I'm M&M's all day long, so.
Well, I'm not going to argue with you there.
No.
I know I said dark chocolate, but like candy-wise, like, yeah, M&M's sick. Oh, Marshall Falk, stop it. Stop it, Marshall Falk. Undresses Derek Thomas. Oh, my good. Actually, sorry. Undressed Mean Joe Green. Who? Marshall Falk. On Green. That left side Green, usually so stout, getting picked apart. Now Falk going to that right side, and not as much success on the right. We have the other Green, Kevin, coming in to push Falk back. But that left side, it really looks like, Jamie, Larry Little, the left tackle for the Furies, getting a real good push, and Larry Zonka also creating that space.
I also like how Fury's just trying to chew up as much clock as they can here.
Yeah, smart.
Well,
4:20 to go.
2 scores ahead right now.
3rd and 14. What? Rick Rock 369. Cheesies can't get enough in Costa Rica. Really? Oh, you cannot get them in Costa Rica. Oh, really? Complete default gain of 3.
Wow.
Interesting.
Next time we're in Costa Rica, we'll bring down some cheese.
Oh, come around like November.
Yeah,
I'm all about the Costa Rica life. That's for darn sure. Larry's saying nachos are a good, safe choice, especially for watching football. God, like that, Larry. Nachos go better with beer than cheesies. Correct. And also, it also gives the best chance for some good heartburn too, right, Jamie? As we get older, get some nachos and beer. Ooh, yeah. Have the Tums right beside you. Chomp them up.
Singletary's handing out some heartburn right there with that tackle.
Boy, sure is. Sure is. Professional broadcasting comment right there, Jamie. Love it. Singletary, helmet to heart. My goodness. 3:13 to go. Okay, now let's see. What do you got, Immortals? What do you got? Right sideline, double coverage, swatted away by Dick LeBeau. Phil says, ooh, I love nachos and beer. Gotta like it, Beavis. I know. And what a season for you, Phil. My goodness. No matter how this one ends up, tip of the cap, my friend. Phenomenal. Favre, sideline, gets out of bounds, picks up a couple. 4th and 7. I'm thinking, Jamie, you got to go for it.
No question. There's no other way.
And he is. Favre, gunslinger, why not? Go. You're a cowboy. Go down with your boots on, baby. Let's see. Pop, pop. Favre, over the middle. And it's caught. It is caught.
It's a Terrell Owens sighting. We finally have found Terrell Owens.
Perfectly placed. Terrell Owens right in between the safeties of John Lynch and Ronnie Lott. And he just goes right through, and you cannot get a better placement. Ball on a string. Favre now, 2:43. Time is not the friend of the Immortals. Incomplete. Clock does stop, though. Ball at the 44. Field goals do you no good. 3 receivers out there. We got that 11 personnel now out of the pistol. Favre has some space. Oh, boy, Terrell Owens. Jamie, you mentioned those costly drops. That was one right there. Wide open.
There's you just like, if you want to wrap this up, you just show video of that play right there.
Boy, out of the shotgun again, you got Sayers on the right hip. You got Owens as the lone receiver on the right. Favre goes to the left and is complete to Steve Smith. But the clock runs. It's 4th and 7.
Little mistakes here and there have kind of cost the Immortals this one.
3 timeouts. Still time left. They are going for it. Coming right down to the 2-minute warning. They get the ball off beforehand. Favre has some time. He has some time. And it is caught over the middle.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unbelievable. Steve Smith out of the slot. Right side cut right over. Nice, simple football right there, folks. All right, what do we got? What do we got out of the shotgun? You got Dorsett on the right, Sayers on the left.
Oh.
And it is caught. And Smith, is he going to get in? 2-minute warning. No. Oh, 1st and goal at the 4. Smith stepped out at the 4. Minute 58 to go. Clock has stopped. 2 touchdowns down are the Immortals. Have that spread. Favre surveying, waits, goes before the line of scrimmage. Nothing was going deep. Great coverage by the Fury. Karsten hits him at the line. 2nd and goal again. Now out of the shotgun, you got Sayers on the right. Favre drops. Defense tight. End
He's
zone.
open. He's
Touchdown.
open.
Whoa! Steve Smith pulls the Immortals to within one score. Are you kidding me? A minute 40 left. Well, I should say a minute. One score as long as Morton Anderson hits this.
Here we go. Bingo bango.
Got it. Oh, folks. Here we go. Onside kick, I'm presuming, is coming.
And
Let's see. Oh, it's not?
wow, leaning on the defense. Leaning
Okay.
on the defense.
All right. I believe they got all 3 timeouts. Unless I'm seeing.
Beavis trusts his defense.
All right. Let's see. You got Manning here. You got 1 first down. Manning. Right sideline. It is caught. The clock is running, and a timeout has to be called by the Immortals. Larry says, no quitting the Immortals. Commissioner Max throwing a cheer bit in there. Folks, throw the cheer bits in. Share this link in your social media groups, folks. Get people watching this last minute. Thank you, Commish. And Fred Barnett. Okay, tackle and a timeout there for the Immortals. They're down to 1. No quitting the Immortals.
What do they have?
Absolutely
What do they
love
have?
both these teams. Okay, here's Peyton Manning. You got the 5-set triples on the left tight inside. Manning going deep, double coverage, and swatted down. Now that's dangerous, Jay, because you get picked off there.
Yeah.
You know? The clock does stop, and it's 4th and 10.
Oh boy.
Kudos to the Immortals. The defense held. And they're out of field goal range. The punt.
That's
Taking it at the 15.
78 yards to try and tie this one up.
Okay. Jamie, we could be looking at overtime, man.
It wouldn't
I'm here
surprise
for
me.
it.
We haven't had
I'm
overtime
here
with these
for
with these 2 teams yet, so
I'm here for it. Favre under center. Going sideline. It's complete and makes a man miss. Terrell Owens gets out of bounds over that first down line. Perfectly executed. Catch, dodge, move the chains, out of bounds. Clock stops. Don't use that final timeout. Rick Rock says it might have worked. It might have out of the pistol here.
does he get
That's
out?
Sayers behind him. Favre. Right side going, chipping again. Steve Smith. Did he get out of bounds? He did not. He did not get out of bounds. They're going to have to hurry here. They're going to have to hurry. Steve Smith, they did get the first down. Picked up 10.5. 8 catches, 78 yards for Steve Smith. Out of the pistol again. Just the 2 wideouts here, going a little heavy on the protection. I get it. Grabs 2. 52 seconds to go. 2nd and 8. 1 timeout left for the Immortals. They are saving it. Still a long way to go, but you're 1 Brett Favre bomb away. Shannon Sharp, we see the stats there. Could he be the go-to? Just got it free. Incomplete.
They needed the clock to stop, so that might work in their favor,
boy.
but tough position right now here for the Immortals.
3rd and 8. 3rd and 8. Got the 3 receivers set on the right. And they're wide. And they're going. And is incomplete.
Come on.
4th and 8.
You gotta make
37 seconds left.
Brett Favre
This
not
is the
getting
season.
help.
Jamie, this is the season right here. Catch it. We go on. If not, the Furies are going to the Golden Bowl. Let's see. Does the road to gold end here for the Immortals? It is caught. Out of bounds.
Why? Why
Jordy
do you go
Nelson!
bounds?
You coward.
You got to
Jordy
take the hit.
Nelson!
Your season's on the line. Come on.
Jordy Nelson did not know where he was. That's similar to the Tom Brady holding up the 4. Didn't know what down it was.
Yeah.
Peyton Manning takes a knee. Timeout called. It's just academic now, folks. Oh, my. Jordy Nelson should be cut. As soon as he gets in the locker room, Phil, don't let him get on the bus. Don't let him get on the bus. Oh,
There'll
man. What
be
a
a
game.
new crop of retired players this year, so
Absolutely. What a ball game as the clock runs down. Folks, remember, don't go anywhere. Jamie, tell them what's coming up right after the conclusion of this broadcast.
well, it's like it's kind of the matchup I think a lot of people are looking forward to, Fury and Goats. So
Yep. Well, we got Eric Eager coming up, Pro Football Focus. And that's it, people. That is the ball game. 26-19, and it is over. The Fury road to gold leads to the Golden Bowl, the finals. Unbelievable. finish to this game. And Jamie, why not? You got two division rivals. You go head to head. They're so close. And it came down to one score. I'd expect nothing less out of these two Warriors. Phil, what a year, sir. If I was wearing a hat, I would tip it to you. Sensational season for the Immortals.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow.
Yeah, congratulations, Phil. What a year. And congratulations to the Fury, the best team through the regular season, heading to the championship game, road to gold. Congratulations to you as well. And we have a hell of a championship game coming up a week from tonight.
Oh, my goodness. It's going to be Monday night, folks. It's now we know the 1 versus 2 seed. Why not? It's going to be Peyton Manning versus Otto Graham. Lawrence Taylor versus Warren Sapp. It's absolutely going to be unbelievable. Remember, too, our announcement earlier, it is going to be award-winning Canadian country band, the Prairie State singer Matt Cardinal, singing the national anthems. We're going to have guests. It's going to be a whole scene here next week. Unbelievable. So the Golden Bowl, people, is the Fury versus the Ghost. Phil saying, thanks, guys. Be back. Oh, yeah. Phil, you guys, man, next year, that's going to be a fight all year long. Can't wait for that. Folks, remember, too, we're going to have our SEO picks up. Make sure you're throwing some prop play bets on there. Have some fun with it for the final. It's going to be a great time leading up to the final. We'll have our players of the week, our top performers, coming out tomorrow, and some other announcements as well. Make sure you're staying tuned for the King of the Legends esports tournaments that you can play in, or other people as well, coming up on June 25th. But to enter is coming up later this week. Jamie, tee things up for Eric Eager, then we'll get out of here.
Yeah, absolutely. Eric Eager, of course, analyst at Pro Football Focus. His podcast is the PFF Forecast, into the betting side of things in football, but enjoy the conversation I had with him earlier today.
Well, and one more thing, Jamie, before we go, another big thanks to datasciencing.com. Our guy, Peter, has been awesome, and big thanks to him. Make sure you score a touchdown for your business with an introductory data assessment from Data Sciencing Consultants. Check out their website, datasciencing.com. People, that'll do it for us. 26-19 Fury win over the Immortals, headed to the Golden Bowl next Monday to take on the Goats for the AFLL Championship. For Jamie Thomas, for Max Elliott, I'm Andy McNamara. Fury, take it. Stay tuned right now for Jamie Thomas's conversation with Eric Eager of Pro Football Focus. Good night.
Eric, welcome to the program. Thank you so much for doing this. A big part of what we do at Ultimate Franchise Fantasy Sports is we have the American Football Legends League, which is, if you think Madden, it's a video game system, a video game league with all the Hall of Famers on our respective 16 teams. So I'll begin this conversation with, who is your favorite NFL legend?
Oh, that's a good one. Growing up in Minnesota, I was a big Chris Carter fan, and then once the Vikings drafted Randy Moss, he's probably my favorite all-time legend. Just a player who, I think is unparalleled as far as what he contributed to the game and sort of how how impactful he was on the game of football. So I'll go Randy Moss.
I know that Pro Football Focus was not around in those days. What got you at Pro Football Focus, and what have you loved about being part of the company since you were hired there?
Sure. I was a math professor prior. I studied, mathematical biology, disease dynamics, things like that. I always loved football. I played football in college. There weren't a lot of opportunities in the sort of analytics space. Most of the things that folks were doing in fantasy football were relatively simple and still, even to this day, not terribly complicated, but, being able to be a part of a group of people that, gets to talk to every, gets to basically consult with every team, help with free agent signings, help with the draft, be a part of moving public conversation forward to the point where, when we watch football now, we see a lot more we see a lot more people go for fourth downs. We see teams go for two after touchdowns that they weren't going for two for in rigorous situations. We see teams altering their defenses because of what math has told them about space and occupation there. all of those things, the way teams allocate money to different positions now is very much closer to the analytically, sound way. And all those evolutions are really what make this job kind of a treat, to be honest.
One thing I love about Pro Football Focus, I remember when I was in high school, I hated math. I was not good at it, but I remember saying, to your teacher, when the heck am I going to use this in real life? Well, that answer is now at Pro Football Focus. So it's an easy question. And I'm sure before Pro Football Focus, did people bring up to you all the time, I hate math, whenever you told them what you did?
Yeah, like when I was a math professor, everybody would always say that. And then I was in a part of math where, a lot of people like really did like to actually use, the results that we were doing. I mean, we had an opportunity to really affect policy and stuff like that at the federal level. But even now, now we can sort of, talk to people, and use something that they absolutely love, sort of as a part of this process. Now, the hard part is I think and this is true about real life too, like, the average person might think they know something about climate change or whatever.
Yeah.
And so maybe math, they're willing, there's still what the climate change deniers would battle with me no matter, what my PhD was in. But like football fans all think they really understand the game. And that there's an extent to which that is true. But I think that the big issue is that, math is not going to make inroads as much as it could, because I do think that there's an issue insofar as, everybody has universally, everybody has well ingrained thought processes about how football works, and we're sort of intruding on them a little bit.
No question about that, and which segues perfectly into my next question. Tua versus Patrick Mahomes has become a conversation piece because of what Tyreek Hill recently said. I've followed you for quite some time. I'm a huge Miami Dolphins fan from the Dan Marino days. I am skeptical of this team, but I think numbers and the way people present them is kind of silly right now. There's even this conversation of Tua versus Mahomes, even being a Dolphins fan.
Yeah, I mean, I think if you've been a Dolphins fan since the time of Marino, then you know what real quarterback play looks like, and you know what it doesn't look like, having watched Jay Fiedler and Cleo Lemon and AJ Feely and all the folks sort of in between. I think statistics, and again, this way in public life too. Statistics are there to help us learn the world around us more efficiently and in a more systematic way. Obviously, the problem that we have, nowadays is that people use statistics to try to win what I would consider to be like sort of fake fights on the internet, and there's absolutely no reason why Tyreek Hill would say, hey, I think Tua is more accurate than Mahomes, except for what we all know to be true, which is that he wants to make his new quarterback feel good, right? Yep. Like, Patrick Mahomes, has been one of the most efficient passers to ever play the game. Especially starting out, kind of up there with Dan Marino in his '84 season, especially. And to cite sort of like, okay, his completion percentage on deep balls without saying, well, he had the 36 most deep attempts in the league, Tua did, versus Mahomes is one of the higher end guys. And to look at completion percentage over expected without really sort of knowing what that metric is. Namely, for me, it's, the really good quarterbacks actually make CPOE irrelevant because they engineer such great throws before the ball even leaves their hand, that the model is sort of already building into their expectation things that are inherent to the quarterback.
Right.
And so, when Mahomes moves a linebacker with his eyes, that makes, a wide open Travis Kelce even more wide open. And if Kelce were to drop the ball, that's going to hurt Mahomes' CPOE, not only because of the drop, but because of the moves Mahomes made before the pass. So that's something. Now, there are good quarterbacks who show up well in that metric. And it's certainly a metric where I would say, if you want to compare kind of like the Kirk Cousins of the world, the Derek Carrs, the guys who don't create very well, but are still good passers, that's a good metric for them. But to use it to prove that, Tua's more accurate than Mahomes. I think I don't know what we're doing here.
I always find with numbers, because I'd worked in television for quite some time, and whenever ratings came out, it was always about this number. We were number one in this market, this amount, this age group and stuff. I'm like, you can push any number in any direction, in any argument, at any time. On that note, we are in an age where receivers are being paid premium dollars right now. Up, starting to get up the numbers where the quarterbacks are. Teams are falling all over themselves to draft edge rushers to combat the passing game that is in the NFL right now. Is there a position group coming up now that we're not talking about that will soon be in that stratosphere of big dollar contracts?
I think for now we're probably getting to that point. I mean, there's positions like tight end and slot cornerback that have been lagging behind, but I think the dynamics of the league are going to always lag them behind. Those are positions where players. So the hard part is in the NFL, there's immense scarcity at some positions, but there are tools that teams can use that can keep a player from making, maybe let's say Aaron Donald last year, he was worth 1 win above replacement. Cam Hayward, the second best defensive interior, is worth 0.4 of a win above replacement. So
right.
Obviously Donald, is like 2.5 times better than the next best player at his position, but he's never going to make 2.5 times more than the next best player because teams have instruments like the franchise tag,
yep.
There's the restraints of the cap and everything like that. So I think the hard part is going to be there are some positions where really valuable players are scarce. Tight ends one. Like I think there's probably 4 or 5 truly worthwhile tight ends in the league, and then the rest of them are kind of whatever. Slot cornerback is another position where I think is really valuable, but there's not that many of them. And like the structure of the league is going to keep those guys from sort of running away as quickly as they need to in terms of salaries. And so it's just going to be positions where, you have a humongous amount of talent at once and all the numbers get pushed up, like defensive interior, like wide receiver right now.
2 more for you. I'll let you go. You crunch numbers for a living. You must be fascinated with how the Los Angeles Rams are handling their salary cap and the way they're signing players and trading away first-round picks.
Yeah, I think it was always a perplexing one for me. I was not a buyer on the Rams last year. And even so, like they were below 500 against the spread in their 21 games. And they were a 4 seed in the conference and they beat another 4 seed in the Super Bowl and a 6 seed in the NFC title game. So in all essence, you could say they got lucky, but they've done it differently. And I think in a league where everybody's trying to do the same thing, sometimes doing things differently can provide a jarring aspect to it. If I'm a Rams fan, I'm glad that they won the Super Bowl. And then a lot of teams are trying to follow what they did, because if what the Rams is doing is not quite optimal, they sure got a lot of teams to sort of push all their chips into the middle of the table, give up draft picks and stuff like that for the next run, where that might not necessarily be optimal, even though it did net them a Super Bowl this year.
We know this is not much competition when it comes to the National Football League, but what do you think about the USFL and the XFL and their opportunities of survival in this decade?
Yeah, I'm a big fan. I'm a big fan of spring leagues. I'm happy that by all accounts the USFL looks like it's going to make it through. And so we had the AAF go 8 weeks. We had the XFL because of COVID make it 5 weeks.
Right.
It does look like the USFL is going to make it through the full 12, which is great. I don't know what's going to happen when they compete with the XFL or when they have to start playing games in home stadiums and things like that. But it sure is fun, and I think these leagues need to lean into the tools that they have. I think that for example, a lot of people like to play DFS or bet on these sub leagues and stuff like that. And there's a fraction of the Canadian Football League fan base and folks that cover the league that are against that. And I think to myself, the only way you're going to grow the league is if you use the instruments that are there for you. And to me, one of the instruments is to lean into things like gaming, to make the leagues more popular.
Eric, appreciate your time. Where can everybody find you, and where should they look for you in your latest work?
PFF_Eric is my Twitter account. And I'm on the PFF Forecast every Wednesday and Sunday, I also have a Chiefs podcast called Red, Gold, and Bold with the NFL Network's Jeff Chadia and Kansas City Star radio show host Srem Petrov.